Day 26, the opinion of the world. So we're going to spend an entire day on just this one phrase before we enter into the last four prayers of this pilgrimage. And that's because this one phrase is so essential to understanding the next 4 days, and at the same time so subtle that we could easily miss it and just go flying off the tracks. So over the next 4 days, these are the prayers we're going to say. In the opinion of the world, let others be chosen. In the opinion of the world, let others be praised and I go unnoticed. In the opinion of the world, let others be preferred to me in everything. And in the opinion of the world, let others become holier than me, provided I become as holy as I can be. Notice here that the litany isn't saying it's not okay to want to be chosen. It's not okay to want to be praised. It's not okay to go unnoticed. It's not okay to want to be preferred. It's not saying any of those things. It's not demeaning or devaluing the intrinsic desire we have within us to be chosen, to be praised, to be noticed, to be preferred, to be holy, to be the best that we can be. Instead, it's saying those desires are universal and powerful. They are meant to draw you toward God. Now, what this prayer is saying is the world has an incredible ability to leverage the intensity of those desires for its own gain. And if we're not careful, the world is going to hijack those desires for our own demise, and we want to orient them toward the Lord. So let me just take a moment here to remind you who you are and whose you are, because it's good for you to rest in the amazing and awe-inspiring reality that God chose you. He chose to give you life, to bring you into his family, to love you, to die for you. He chose you. And it's good for you to experience praise from the heavenly sources in your life. It's good, for example, for your parents to praise you, to affirm your existence in the world, and to help nudge you through praise in the direction of virtue and the ways of God. Jesus received praise from God the Father in his time on earth. This is my beloved Son with whom I am well pleased. It's also good for you to feel seen and noticed by God through other people. For example, it's good for you to have friends who notice you, who include you in things, who help you to grow. I would never have become Catholic if someone hadn't noticed me, created a friendship with me, and mentored me through the conversion process. And in certain circumstances, it's good for you to be preferred. If you're in a marriage, it's good for your spouse to prefer you to other hobbies, their work, or people from time to time. It's good for a husband to prefer having dinner with his wife over his buddy. That's not to say he never spends time with his buddy, but it is to say that his wife knows truly and deeply, and through the example of the love of her husband, that he prefers her to them. It is a duty of his vocation and a good thing for him and her for him to prefer her. Now, here's what's not good. Looking to fulfill the heart's desire to be chosen by anyone other than God. The desire to be chosen is essentially a desire to feel like you matter. So the world wants you to earn your sense of mattering. It wants you to be afraid of losing the thing that proves you matter. And it wants you to be willing to do whatever it takes to keep proving to yourself and others that you matter over and over and over again. Let's take it another step further. Looking for praise based on the world's standard of wealth, success, comfort, and beauty. It's going to eat you alive. The standard is constantly changing, and it's basically a hamster wheel with a carrot at the end of it. In other words, you'll never get enough praise from the culture, from social media, from your boss, from your friends, to satisfy the longing of your heart. Only God can satisfy that longing for praise. Let's go another step further. Looking to be noticed for the sake of being noticed. We have an epidemic of this in our world today. The age of social influencers and people doing soul-destructive things just to get noticed, just to feel like they belong, is absurd. And it's no surprise that it is actually ruining the spiritual and emotional well-being of all who fall prey to the trap. And we'll take it one step further, which is looking to get preferred by the world's standard is to enter into the rat race of life. The desire to be preferred is at the root of keeping up with the Joneses. It's the endless pursuit of the next promotion or pay scale or thing or comfort. And it's at the root of so much pain in the world as we often put other people down in order for us to feel preferred. In other words, in your life, in your relationships, being rightly ordered and having a secure base in God, that He chooses you, that He notices you, that He praises you, that He prefers you, it means the difference between you being free to give and receive love and not. Here's the other thing it does. When you've got a decision to make in your day, big or small, you can consult your motivation. You can look at your motivation and go, am I doing this because I want to impress someone, to get noticed, to get affirmed according to the standards of the world? Or am I motivated to be seen, known, chosen because it's actually my heart drawing me into deeper relationship with God? It's a powerful question. And it's a powerful thing for us to consider, that the opinion of the world will draw us away from God, and that the opinion of God is ultimately what matters. God bless you.